Hello. Come on in, guys. How's everyone doing? Who is not watching football today? It's okay. It's more hockey, if I'd watch anything. Crystal, happy Sunday, writers, and happy Super Bowling. Yes. Leslie, hi, glad to be here. Working on revising a new chapter just as soon as I get some things put in my planner. That is a smart order. I like that. Elizabeth, good afternoon. How's it going, hon? Who's ready to get some writing done, guys? I have no idea how many people are going to join us today because some people are going to be watching the Super Bowl. Some of us are going to get our writing done. Take advantage of that time because we're here to move our stories forward. All right, let's see. I get myself a little bit sorted here. I'm excited. I found yesterday, as you guys, anyone who's here knows that I found did some mind mapping and found my way deeper into the story, and quite liking the structure. And I think that means I will be able to maybe get words today. Hey Jenna, hello, how's it going, hon? I saw your inquiry for a giant mug, and I'm not sure. Did you try Amazon? It sounds like something like they might have like a giant sort of you kind of like order for a gift basket. Am I understanding that correctly? Anybody know of did you say like 40 ounce? Because you want it big, right? Let's see. Rita, happy Sunday. No football for me. I'm writing. Okay, guys, let's dive on in. We are going to repeat what we did yesterday, and we are going to do our 2-minute micro sprint and figure out what it is that we want to do with our first 45-minute sprint. Then we're going to do a 5-minute journaling. And then we're going to dive in after that and finish out with another 45-minute sprint. We'll have a wee break. And then you guys can come back and join me for our weekly plan with me. I made changes again, guys. I think they're good changes. I think they're the thing that was missing for me, that I felt like there should have been a little leap between the two. And we were leaping over a canyon, and I kind of want to be able to more leap over a puddle. I want to basically be able to do something. I want to make sure that we're working on our goals, but I also want to make sure that they were a smaller piece and more relevant to the time that we have, right? Let's see. Jenna, I thought I have social experiments in mind for the mug. Oh, interesting. Like 50 ounces plus. That's enormous. Anybody know of anything remotely that size? See if we can help Jenna out and just get the hive mind going on this one. Keep your eyes open. I took a nap, an unexpected nap. Oh, yeah, I try not to do those. I usually, because, there's other things I was planning to do. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in. For anyone that is new, my 2-minute micro sprint plan uses the prompt in the first sprint I will, or the next sprint I will, depending on whether or not you've written today. And what you're looking at is figuring out what you need to reveal about character, plot, or setting, what you're trying to get your protagonist to do on the page. Hint, they don't always cooperate, but we get a plan so that we can dig deeper and hopefully flesh out that good stuff. The obstacles and opportunities you're going to toss at them to complicate their lives and to sort of keep them human too, I find. The action steps you're going to need, beginning, middle, end, story beats, whatever works for you, you do. If you're still searching for a system, that's a good place to actually try out different plotting systems, right? So if you've tried Save the Cat and that didn't work for you, then maybe try Jenna Marisi's book or something, right? The resources you're going to need at hand, that could be anything where you've put down notes, post-it, index cards, notebooks, your phone, any tech, your favorite scented candles when you sit down to work. That smell reminds you of this project and gets your mind focused. Any color coding you might use in terms of plotting notes or anything like that. Tall glass of water, favorite beverage. The goal is to keep us in our seats and working on our stories. 45-minute blocks are a nice deep dive without being too exhaustive, and it allows us to kind of take that mental break in between. I found the 25-minute sprints to be jarring, and I would just get into that deep state and I'd be pulled out by the alarm. So 45 minutes is not technically the scientific one, but it's the timer I had. I think they came up with 52 minutes. Not sure how they came up with 52 minutes, but okay. So 45 is pretty close, and it seems to really allow us to dig in. And then finally, the outcome, especially if you're linking it to a future scene, and any story questions you might have for yourself. Okay, guys, let's dive in. In the first sprint, I will. And go. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So I need to do two things before I'm able to get back to writing. I need to make a slight change to the correction to the plan with me, something I want to adjust. I think it'll be a little bit better before, of course, we have our plan with me. And then I also I have homework that I need to do for my developmental editing class that I want to do. That way I have a feeling when I get into the next section of the module, it will mean more, I'm hoping. Hope it's not just it's just on a busy work thing, because I'd rather be doing words right now, and then I can dive on into words. So in 45 minutes I should be able to get a sprinkling of each. Let's see. Jasmine, hello, hoping to squeeze in some words before bed. Nice, you're in the right place. Leslie, the only thing I've seen that big are actually for plants that look like teacups. Does someone have to consume whatever goes into this? Yes or no? Because that could change it too, whether it has to be food safe. All right. Let's see. Sherry, tech gremlins living in my laptop. Bad gremlins, tell them to get out. Sometimes I swear that works. Rita, yay, I made it. Church choir keeps me in the building longer. Laughed out loud. Well, you're doing something you love, so that's okay. As long as you're scheduling for it, right? Let's see, Elizabeth, I found a 50-ounce soup mug on Amazon. Hey Rita, how's it going, hon? Elizabeth K. lied 50-ounce large ceramic soup mug with handles for coffee, tea, ice cream, cereal. Does that solve? Does that help, Jenna? Jersey, hello, and a hi to Jenna. Rita, friendly reminder, don't forget to hit that like button and show that love. Oh, thank you, hon. Jenna, apparently need to be a cat mom. Oh, the extra cuddles. We need to have, we need to have puppy and kitty cuddle slings, all of us. Elizabeth, I'm going to continue developmental editing. Nice. I'm going to, let's see, I guess I gotta get that up because I need to get that done for you guys. Also, if you haven't done it yet, there is a new 2-page template in the description for our plan with me. So you can pop over there and grab that as well. So you can print a copy before we get started. And I think now there's plenty of room on there for everything. Almost too much, in my opinion, for a week. Like, we could fill this thing up. But I'm hoping instead what we'll do is use that extra space to really think about what we want to do and break things down. There should be more room for it, and hopefully we will not be putting more things on our plate than we have time for, right? Okay, guys, let's dive in with our first 45-minute sprint. Deep breath. Let's dive on in and get to know more about our characters and the world in which they populate, and see what they have to tell us today. Okay, guys, let's dive in. Good luck, good writing. I'll see you on the other side of 45. So how did you guys do? I didn't quite get through the homework portion, but I'm making good headway. I should only need, I don't know, a few more minutes. I think I should be able to wrap that up and then get back to writing. So how did you guys do? Let's see. Elaine snuck in. Hello, hon. She's editing today. Jen, hey, joining now, working on new chapters. Submit before midnight tonight for a class that ends today. Ooh, what's the class? Can you share? Jenna, thank you. You're welcome, hon. I hope that helps. Pasca, slide in late. Hello, hon. How's it going? Guys, reminder at 6 p.m. Eastern today, join me for our Plan With Me, the Right Way, weekly. And grab your 2-page template and print a copy so you're ready to go. I'm excited to see how this thing works out now because last week's was pretty and I loved it, but definitely not enough space on there. Okay, guys, how did you do? How did you do? I got the slide fixed for our Plan With Me, and I got about 4 pages of notes for the story that I am critiquing here for my class, developmental editing class. Jenna, going to get some errands and chores done again. Nice. As well, guys, make sure you get your notebook out because we're going to dive on in and do a 5-minute journaling to figure out what we're going to do with our next 45 and last 45-minute sprint of the day. And then we can dive on in and have a little break and get ourselves prepped for planning. One of these days, I will figure out a system for, I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'll get there. Rita, journaling, and cat wisdom cards, as well as some HB90 recap from yesterday, and even swapped out the laundry. Very productive. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in. And for anyone who likes to use the structure for the 2-minute microsprint plan, what you need to reveal about character player setting, what you're trying to get your protagonist to do on the page, obstacles and opportunities, the action steps you're going to take to move through that scene or chapter, a story beat, whatever works for you, your mini plan, if you will, your step-by-step, right? Doesn't have to be pretty. Actually, it's probably better if it isn't, right? Just bare bones, that's what we're looking for. The resources you're going to need, if you forgot something, jump up and grab it. It's all good. The point is to get yourself seated for the 45. This is the time when we jump up, refresh our beverages, whatever we need to do, grab ourselves a snack. We want to be grounded at our desks, right? At our workspaces. And then finally, the outcome, any story questions you might have. I'm going to go analytical today because I think that's where my head is with the story. I don't think voice journaling is going to quite work for today. Jen, I took notes in my phone while I was traveling yesterday, and they have disappeared. No worries, writing something better now. You got the bare bones, they're in there, right? Leslie, I have my word sprint game board laid out in my planner, printed off your new template, and I'm ready to deal with my wayward chapter. Oh, love that. Jen, it's the first chapter of my novel that I am writing, Secrets Beneath the Surface. Oh, love that. Elizabeth, I have some more notes written down. I am now going to figure out how this chapter ends. Oh, sweet. And the pondering. Well, let's jump on in and figure out the pondering. Okay, guys, let's do our 5-minute journaling. Like I said, you can use the analytical side and kind of the 2-minute microsprint structure. You can also do voice journaling and just write from your character's point of view and see what they have to tell you. Okay, guys, let's dive in. I'll see you on the other side of 5. did you come up with? I think I'm going to finish up my last few pages of my homework. And I'm going to dive into my index cards. And I think what I'm going to do is create a beginning, middle, and end for each of the larger sections. And then maybe expand those out if something comes. Otherwise, just try to have a basically really loose outline, because I went into this without an outline, and I think that's my problem. Is part of the things that I've chosen are not quite strong enough. They're there, like I'm using some pieces of it, but they were a little too chaotic. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's see. Elizabeth, oh, I can make a game board out of writing sprints once I move back to typing words. I love that idea. Elizabeth, I can do this in a notebook. I can aim for a certain number of writing sprints across a certain number of days and color in each space as I finish each sprint. How cool. Yes. Sherry, editing with Grammarly. Brutal. Oh, I was going to say, isn't that a good thing? I was going to say that should be a happy one. Okay, guys. Let's dive in. We're going to do our next 45-minute sprint, and then we'll have a wee little break, and then we can dive into planning. I may disappear for a few minutes once I'm done this, because I have my iPad is extremely low on battery, and I'm hoping that she will make it through this little assignment here, and then I can go throw on her charger and come back to it. And that way she'll be charged for when I get into the next part of the homework, which the other story is already on there as well. Leslie to Elizabeth, remember to reward yourself at the end with a treat. Perfect. Yes. Leslie, great idea. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in. 45 minutes. Take a deep breath. We're going to throw ourselves onto the page one more time. Even though I don't get to write until after as a part 2 to this, I'm still working in stories. So I'm taking this as a win. It's editing, but it's helping me to see, helping me to strengthen my own work. Okay, guys, let's dive in. Good luck, good writing, and I'll see you on this side of 45. What did you guys do? I got my homework done. My poor iPad has 3% left on it for power, so I'm going to get that done next. And then I got to get into the writing and the index cards. Kind of stumped myself on a name because I need the character to have a very unique name that it's going to kind of create conflict. And I got to figure out something. So I'm kind of playing with ideas and combinations, and probably should leave that to the subconscious to work on, but I'll get there. Let's see. I am glad to hear, Sherry, that most of that was because of the 2 spaces after the period. I do it too, so I hear you on that. It doesn't quite like that. Let's see. That makes sense now. Yeah. Leslie, I learned 2 spaces as well. Sherry, it's a hard habit to break. Oh, it's so hard. I know, right? Leslie to Elizabeth, I understand my daughter has similar issues. She has other learning differences, but one thing we've identified for her is that she simply has too much stuff to begin with. So many of us do, yes. Elizabeth to Leslie, understandable. I used to be a hoarder, so I understand having too much stuff. Pascal, I'm going to head out here. COVID is kicking my behind. Oh no, have a great night. Oh, hon, I hope get that rest, hon. I hope you can get over it soon and feel better. Elizabeth, I figured out a great way to end this chapter. This chapter would be longer than a lot of my other chapters, but it's for good reason. Nice. Cammy, again, my turtle clock was all over the place. I guess I'll see you for the planning session instead. That's okay. I love all the emojis. There's always the replay, right? Rita, yeah, got this week's video posted. Thank you for the sprints, Tracy. You're awesome. Gotta run. Oh, thank you, hon. Jen, I found my notes from yesterday. They weren't in my notes, but in a Word document. I can merge ideas. Ooh, oh, this is even going to be better. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Leslie got through 2 chapters. Very nice. Rita, I got so much revised and only 3 more pages. I'll be done with this chapter, and then I'll print it out and see what else needs to be changed. Revising is a never-ending circle. So true. Kelly got through almost 2 scenes of edits. Nice. Okay, guys, we are going to have ourselves a nice little break here, about an hour. We're going to come back together and get our planning done. If you haven't already done so, go and grab the 2-page template there from the description in the planning session, and tidy up your space and make it ready for planning. It's similar to what we had last time, but with a lot more space to figure things out. Pardon me. That's just what's happened today. So yeah, come back and join me for our planning session. Maybe grab a quick snack or some lunch or dinner, depending on time zone. And yeah, and then we can come back together and get our weekly planning done. Let's see. Jen, our son and his wife have their 3-bedroom apartment in our garage. We took some things to the trash at my husband's office. Oh, interesting. Cami, the live interaction is my dopamine fix. Luckily, I found another Sprint hoster who hosts from Europe, so just before midnight for me. Ah, interesting. Regardless, see you in an hour. Perfect. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you shortly for our planning session. If not, I'll see you next weekend, guys. I hope for anyone who's celebrating, you have a great Valentine's Day. If I don't get to see you in our plan with me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you shortly. Bye.